What's up, FPS fanatics, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we are diving deep, and I mean deep, into the forgotten corners of the Steam library, the dusty shelves of gaming past, to unearth some absolute bangers you've probably scrolled right past, or worse, never even knew existed. We all know the Call of Duties, the Battlefields, the Apex Legends, but what about the weird ones? The ambitious ones, the ones that took massive risks and for whatever reason just didn't blow up the mainstream? Well, buckle up, buttercups, because I've got 6 first-person shooters that will make you say, where has this been all my life? Hit that like button, smash that subscribe, and ding that notification bell because you are not going to want to miss this list. Let's go! Alright, kicking things off with number 6, we have E.Y.E. Divine Cybermancy. Now, let me be straight with you. This game, it's ambitious. It's confusing. It's like if Blade Runner, Deus Ex, and A Fever Dream had a baby, and that baby immediately started spouting philosophical monologues while dual-wielding shotguns. Created by a tiny indie studio, E.Y.E. throws you into a cyberpunk world as a cyber-enhanced warrior with psychic powers, hacking skills, and an arsenal that would make a small army blush. The plot? Good luck. It's about secret organizations, rival factions, and honestly, I'm still trying to piece it together years later. But that's the charm. One minute you're sneaking, the next you're battling interdimensional horrors. The controls are janky, the learning curve is steeper than Everest, but its cult following, myself included, will tell you there's nothing quite like E.Y.E.'s bizarre, unpredictable magic. It's a beautiful, broken mess, and you need to experience it. Number 5 takes us to a place where most FPS games dare not tread, the final frontier. We're talking Shattered Horizon. Developed by FutureMark, yeah, the benchmark people, this multiplayer shooter yeets you into a zero-gravity debris field of a massive space station explosion. Forget running and gunning on solid ground. Here, you're thinking in 3 dimensions. Up is down, down is sideways, and your enemy could be anywhere. The learning curve? Oh boy, it's a doozy, but once it clicks, the sense of freedom is unmatched. Sneaking up on someone from below while they're desperately trying to defend a platform above? Chef's kiss. Sadly, no single player and a dwindling player base meant it didn't quite reach escape velocity. But for those of us who got to experience its unique, disorienting, and utterly brilliant take on FPS combat, unforgettable. If you can somehow find a match or just watch gameplay, you'll see what I mean. Alright, from the silence of space to utter glorious chaos. At number 4, it's the game that gives subtlety the middle finger, Bulletstorm. Some FPS games are serious, tactical, realistic. Bulletstorm kicks down the door, swears like a sailor who stubbed his toe, and then proceeds to kick enemies into electrified cacti for points. You play as Grayson Hunt, a washed-up space pirate on a revenge mission, and the story is just as hilariously over the top as the gameplay. But the real star is the Skillshot system. You don't just kill enemies, you annihilate them with style. Kicking them into meat grinders? Points. Shooting them in the aka the sensitive areas before launching them into the air with a flare gun? More points. It's all about improvisation, turning every firefight into a ballet of beautiful, bloody carnage. It leaned hard into its crude humor, which maybe turned some folks off, but underneath all that bravado is a surprisingly tight and incredibly fun shooter. If you just want to turn your brain off and blow stuff up creatively, this is your jam. Switching gears for number 3, let's embrace the shadows with a game that's dripping with style and demonic power, The Darkness 2. Forget realism for a second. The Darkness 2 goes full comic book with brutal, cel-shaded visuals and a story that's gritty, tragic, and surprisingly heartfelt. You are Jackie Estacco, a mob boss cursed or blessed with the darkness, a demonic entity that gives you, well, demon arms. And that's the sickest part. You're quad-wielding, baby. 2 guns in your hands and 2 demonic tentacle-like arms sprouting from your back to grab, slash, and impale your enemies. Imagine you're popping headshots with a pistol in one hand while your demon arm is ripping a car door off to use as a shield, and your other demon arm is busy snacking on an enemy's heart to regain health. It's wild. It's violent, it's stylish, and Jackie's struggle with his inner demons adds a layer of depth you don't often see. An absolute gem that deserves way more love. Alright, for number 2, prepare for a concept so bonkers it just has to be on this list. Get ready for Darkest of Days. The premise?
You're a soldier from Custer's Last Stand. Yeah, that Custer. Suddenly, you're zapped through time by a mysterious organization to help them correct historical anomalies. This means one mission you're fighting in ancient Rome with Roman soldiers, the next you're in the trenches of World War I, and then you're back in the Civil War. But here's the kicker. You get to bring weapons from different eras. So picture this. You're at Pompeii, but instead of a gladius, you're rocking a futuristic assault rifle against bewildered Roman legionaries. Or you're in a World War I trench and suddenly a dude from the future teleports in with a pepperbox pistol. It's the graphics let's just say of their time, and the AI isn't winning any Mensa awards. But the sheer unadulterated absurdity of fighting through iconic historical battles with wildly inappropriate weaponry is an experience you won't forget. It's janky, it's ridiculous, and it's a whole lot of, what am I even playing right now, fun. And finally, at number 1, a game that is the polar opposite of almost every other FPS out there. This isn't about spectacle, it's about survival and the meticulous detail. We're talking about Receiver. Forget reloading with a single button press. In Receiver, every single action is manual. You eject the magazine. You pull bullets from your pocket. You load them into the magazine one by one. You insert the magazine. You rack the slide. You toggle the safety. You cock the hammer. It's less a shooter, more like a hyper-realistic gun-handling simulator wrapped in a terrifyingly tense game. You're alone in a dystopian, procedurally generated world, hunted by rogue drones and turrets. Your only goal is find 11 audio tapes to piece together a fragmented, unsettling narrative. One wrong move, one misremembered step in reloading your specific firearm, and each gun operates differently, and you're dead. It's slow, it's cautious, it's almost meditative in its intensity. Receiver isn't for everyone, but if you appreciate unparalleled realism, strategy, and a game that will make your palms sweat from the tension of simply trying to make your gun work, this is a masterpiece of minimalist design and a truly unique FPS experience. It's brilliant, terrifyingly brilliant. And there you have it, 6 incredible, often overlooked, and downright weird FPS games that absolutely deserve your attention. From cyberpunk nightmares to zero-G ballets, from over-the-top carnage to painstaking realism, there's something here to surprise even the most seasoned FPS veteran. What do you think? Have you played any of these hidden gems? Are there any other obscure FPS titles you think the world needs to know about? Let me know in the comments below. I read them all. If you enjoyed this trip down the rabbit hole, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell so you don't miss our next dive into gaming greatness. Thanks for watching, you legends. Stay awesome, keep gaming, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace out.